going on, guys? You know, you got people like Torp and a few other people. They'll sit there and say stuff about like Serb. They can't find anything about him. The reason I'm doing this, man, I'm telling you, every time you turn around, that motherfucker, he just can't shut up. He just can't shut. I mean, if I lied as much as he's lied about the shit he's lied about, I would shut the fuck up, man. I mean, at this point, you're asking for it. You know what I mean? I mean, think about it. You're on a channel with people like Cherry who sit there on Hector's channel and they put comments up and put them on the screen of people threatening people's, like, you know, jobs and shit. Even though, you know, Cherry's the one always bitching about doxing, but all the doxing happens around him. But see, if Josh, if you ever hear this, buddy, you better fucking really think about the shit Cherry's getting you in. I mean, you just got off the phone with the police and you're going to go back and do worse shit and make more threats. But you notice Cherry don't say them, he just puts them up as you're saying them. Cherry always comes out, it wasn't me, I didn't do that. I mean, you guys are morons for letting him fucking do you that way. You do all the shit, you get in all the trouble, and Cherry sits there and laughs his ass off, and he don't give a fuck because you're expendable. Anyway, though, we're going back to fucking Serb. Serb, he's a shit talker extraordinaire. That motherfucker's always, he don't do nothing to nobody, he don't talk no shit, but the motherfucker can't shut up. So if we go back to Serb, you know, Serb and Dog was born on the same day. Actually, in like birth and fucking YouTube, I mean, the same exact second. You know, they're not Siamese twins, they're the same dumbass. But anyway, they made their account on YouTube on the same day. Dog come around first. Dog was running around, he's talking. You know, Dog will say a little bit more than Serb. I mean, it's the same, you know, context and everything Serb talks in. But, you know, he'll say a little more because, you know, Dog is, Serb is his, I don't know what fucking, which side's which. But anyway, so Dog was going around. Then Serb came. Serb started going up on panels and shit, driving around talking. But then everybody's seen it. It was like the same car, the same phone holder, the same everything, the same cat, the same fucking, well, the same guy, the same Bob the Builder, the fuck ever that is. But anyway, so a lot of people noticed this. I mean, even before all the facts where I literally had seen, you know, the picture, knowing Serb was Dog and Dog was Serb, I was pretty fucking certain on that for months. But of course, I mean, I didn't give a fuck. Who gives a fuck, right? I mean, the dude's always selling, you know, lie after fucking lie after lie, and, you know, he does it for so long, people catch it, but they don't say nothing because it's like, who cares, right? But then he goes too far. Like I said, he did the Coast Guard thing, said all that shit. We all knew that was a lie. But when he comes back and confirms it all, and even says like, oh yeah, I was, you know, and he's still lying his ass off. But he comes back and confirms it all. We kind of call it out like, dude, because the reason we call it out this time is because, like I said, Flex says one little fucking comment jokingly, and he got fucking attacked for that, saying you're mocking Serb. And did you all ever go back to tell Serb, like, oh my God, you know, now we were mocking Flex? That's what she was doing, because Serb wasn't missing. You was saying all this shit about Flex, and none of it was even pertinent to anything, because Serb wasn't fucking missing. So anyway, when Serb came back and confirmed it, we call it out. Then, because he just won't shut the fuck up and just admit that, hey, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have lied to the entire goddamn, you know, GigTube community and have people fucking lying. Like Hector talks about the, oh, you guys turned Pedro against... No one turned nobody. We don't fucking know Pedro. Thing about it is, he's seen what you all were saying. I mean, the last thing I ever seen him type in there is he came in there the day, like 2 days after Serb came back and said, was this all really a lie? Hector sees it, and you can see his face, and he just kind of don't even fuck with it. He goes off camera. Next day, Pedro comes back and says the same goddamn comment. Like, was this really all a lie? And again, he gets no answer because they knew. And that's what happens, Hector. When that kind of shit, then you sit there and justify that by like, oh, Serb's a good guy, and like the other fucking freak, oh, you're good in my book. Hector, you can't even read a book, you dumb motherfucker. Skunk-headed bitch. But anyway, back to Serb. This ain't about Hector or Cherry, but they will be brought up in a time or two. You can't help it because they're like, you know, they're all, I don't know. But anyway, so Serb's getting called out after we call him out on the fucking, the stranded island, the butt pirates and all that shit. He, like I said, he just keeps on. He's saying little things. He's fucking, you know, every time he gets a chance, he's throwing little things out there. So then we start going back. So I had remembered he had put up a picture of him. Now, I didn't even think about, you know, like tracing the picture. But of course, you know, other people did, and they traced it, and it wasn't him. It was, he was saying it was him back when he was in the Navy with his dog. And you can even hear Hector literally saying like, oh, that was you. oh, that's you in the picture. He's like, yeah, that's me. He's like, it's kind of hard to tell because my face is, his word, I got all this. My face is blurred out there, but that's me in the first service. That was the first service. That was the dog he had in the picture with him, right? According to him, this is years ago, but when the picture was traced, it wasn't from that long ago. And it was a British SAS soldier, not a U.S. Navy. And when he gets caught on that, you have a few, I mean, when you have to lie for somebody, when you got to lie, like saying, oh no, Serb told us that wasn't him, he told us months ago. But then when you find out that no, he didn't, 3 weeks before, that's when he was saying it. And he never said it wasn't him until after he got caught. Then he comes back and is like, oh, you know, I was doing that to troll people. I was doing that to troll. But yet, all of that happened before anybody had ever called him out on anything. So why was he trolling? So, I mean, you're admitting that all Serb was doing was trying to start, you know, shit and cause chaos and shit? Yeah, well done. But, again, Serb, he does nothing but lie his ass off. Then when he's called out, he's like, we're trying to run him off, or we're trying. No, dude, no one's doing shit. No one gives a fuck. I've told you a million times, if you would just shut the fuck up, nobody would even mention you no more. But you can't do it. I mean, you're to the point now where, you know, you already cried, I've got money to burn, and you didn't do shit with that money to burn. But, and again, you can't. You don't have money to burn. You don't have no fucking mansion. You ain't got no fucking fleet of boats. You're a fucking liar, dude. Everything about your life is a fucking lie. And everybody knows it. And the people who sit there and, like, talk, they look like idiots. Do you not, when Cherry's doing that laughing, like the dog thing? Remember, I mean, I've got this clip. Cherry many a time said, oh yeah, I've met Dog. I've met him, and there's other people here that's met him. Then that's when he told Josh, he's like, you've met him too, haven't you? Josh is like, yeah, but then Cherry says yesterday, well, now I've never met him in person. I've never shook his hand. I don't know him in person, but I do know he's a different person. Why'd you back off on that, Cherry? See, we're at the point now where, you know, people ain't got money to burn, but hell, don't cost that much to find out shit. See, Cherry threatens all kinds of fucking shit. You know, like, he does it. Other people says it, but, you know, he gets the joy of sitting there watching people and, like, all that shit happen around him. But he thinks because he doesn't actually type the shit or say the shit, that's got nothing to do with him. Like I said, he's just throwing Josh and the rest of them under the bus. He don't give a flying fuck. Even Hector. Dude, that day you said that shit about Blaze when Cherry came on there on Torps and was saying stuff. Go back in your thing, Torp, and read it. Cherry didn't take up for you, Hector. Hector was literally kissing. He's like, no, Cherry didn't say nothing. Cherry had nothing, you know. But when Cherry done it, he put it all on you. It wasn't my channel. I blocked him on my channel. I have nothing to do with it. You know, he didn't care to throw you under the bus, and your stupid fucking ass will sit there and let him ruin your channel. I mean, like when you first started that, when Hector first started his channel, he had a decent thing going there. There's people hanging out, right? And, you know, people joking around, having a good time, and then Cherry comes and fucks it all up for him. Now it's like he goes live once a week or something like that. And hell, like I said, I bet you, I said 10 minutes. I bet you I didn't see 5 minutes of that. I wouldn't have seen any of it. Fucking gaslighting Bobby come over there telling me, like, I thought he had really done some bad shit. It's good to see gaslighting Bobby back. He's been in rare form the last couple days. I don't know. But anyway, sir, this is just, you know, people who always ask, like, oh, you know, what's the Serb story? How did this happen? Serb has done nothing but lie. And again, like I said, he would use Dog if somebody said something to Serb, not mean, because, you know, I keep bringing up that Eric fact, that, you know, that Eric, where he said he made a joke about Serb taking a nap. Serb was so mad about that he got on his Dog account and came back the next day and was, you know, bitching at Eric about that. I got that too. I mean, when I seen that, it blew my mind. I was like, Jesus Christ, what a weirdo, you know, about Dog. So when he was sitting there saying all that shit, like, oh my God, Serb was taking care of his family, and you said he was napping? And Eric's like, oh, I know, man, I'm sorry, bro. Dog's like, don't tell me you're sorry, tell Serb. Oh, I will. And he did. I mean, Eric, you should have told Dog to go fuck himself. And that would be essentially telling Serb to go fuck himself, which would have been a better thing for you to do. But anyway, I'm just saying, Serb's a lying motherfucker, Hector's a skunk-headed bastard, and Cherry's a cocksucking troublemaker. That sums it all pretty much up. That's all y'all need to know about it. You're caught up on the story. Everybody go fuck yourselves. Not really. Just, you know what? Nobody go fuck yourself. Everybody gets a day off. Even you, Cherry. Cocksucking. Now go fuck yourself. Fuck you. Go fuck yourself.